See that cluster of lights jutting out into the river? That's it. That's Bangkok.
Oh look, all our boxes.
Aye, and a fair lot they are.
We packed everything we had in our Singapore house, furniture and everything.
Where are you?
Here I am, Mother.
There you are.
Mother, look. There's Bangkok. Do you see, Mother? That cluster of lights that stick out into the river. That's Bangkok.
I see, Louis, I see them. It's very exciting, isn't it?
Will the King of Siam come down to the dock to meet us?
The king himself? I don't think so. Kings don't, as a rule.
I wonder if you know what you're facing, ma'am. An Englishwoman here in the east.
Look, Mother. Look at that boat. Look at the dragon's head in the bow, and all the men standing up, carrying torches.
That's the royal byron.
Do you suppose that's the king? The man sitting under the golden canopy?
That's the Kralahome. Sort of prime minister. King's right-hand man, you might say.
Do you suppose he's coming out to meet us?
No doubt about it. They'll wait until we pass, then they'll come around our stern. Ma'am, if I may be allowed to offer a word of warning.
What is it, Captain?
That man has power, and he can use it for you or against you.
Captain, I don't...
I'm just telling you, ma'am. I think you should know.
Thank you, Captain.
Look, Mother. They're closer. Mother, the Prime Minister is naked.
Hush, Louis. That's not a nice word. He's not naked. Well, he's half naked.
They all look rather horrible, don't they, Mother? Father would not have liked us to be afraid, would he?
No, Louis. Father would not have liked us to be afraid.
Mother, does anything ever frighten you?
Sometimes
What do you do?
I whistle.
Oh, that's why you whistle.
Yes, that's why I whistle. Whenever I feel afraid, I hold my head erect and whistle a happy tune, so no one will suspect I'm afraid. While shivering in my shoes, I strike a careless pose and whistle a happy tune, so no one ever knows I'm afraid. The result of this deception is very strange to tell, for when I fool the people I fear, I fool myself as well. I whistle a happy tune, and every single time the happiness in the tune convinces me that I'm not afraid. Make believe you're brave, and the truth will take you far. You may be as brave as you make believe you are. You may be as brave as you make believe you are.
That's a very good idea, Mother. A very good idea.
It is a good idea, isn't it?
You know, I don't think I shall ever be afraid again.
Good.
While shivering in my shoes, I strike a careless pose and whistle a happy tune, and no one ever knows I'm afraid. The result of this deception is very strange to tell, for when I fool the people I fear, I fool myself as well. I whistle a happy tune, and every single time the happiness in the tune convinces me that I'm not afraid. Make believe you're brave, and the truth will take you far. You may be as brave as make believe you.
Mom, I wouldn't whistle. The Carla might find it disrespectful.
Was I whistling? I'm sorry, I didn't realize.
Good evening, son. Welcome to Siam. He called you sir.
Hush, dear, hush.
Sir, His Excellency wishes to know, are you Lady who will be schoolmistress of Royal Children?
Yes,
Have you friends in Bangkok?
I have no one in Bangkok at all.
Are you married, sir?
I'm a widow.
What manner of man? Your deceased husband?
My husband was an officer in Her Majesty's army in... Tell your master, his business with me is in my capacity of school teacher to the royal children. He has no right to pry into my personal affairs.
I don't think I would, Mom.
Well, he hasn't, Captain Orton.
I don't like that man.
In foreign country, it's best you like everyone, until you leave.
Your Excellency, I had no idea you spoke English.
There is no need for you to know everything at once. You come with me now. Your boxes are carried to palace. Later.
No, not the palace. I'm not living at the palace.
Who said?
The king says, the king has promised me 20 pounds a month and a house of my own.
King do not always remember what he promised. If I tell him he breaks his promise, I will make anger at him. I believe it is better I make anger at him on larger matters.
But all I want is 10 minutes audience with him.
King very busy now. New Year's celebration just finishing. Fireworks every night. Cremation of late queen just starting.
Oh, you've lost your queen. I'm so sorry. When did she die?
4 years ago. With cremation ceremony also comes fireworks.
And what am I to do in the meantime?
In meantime, you wait. In palace.
Your Excellency, I will teach in the palace, but I must have a house of my own where I can go to at the end of the day when my duties are over.
What do you wish to do in evening that cannot be done in palace?
How dare you? Your Excellency, I'm sorry, but you don't understand. I came here to work, and I must support myself and my young son. And I should take nothing less than what I have been promised.
You will tell King this?
I will tell King this.
It will be a very interesting meeting. You come now? You come now, or you stay on board. I do not care.
Ma'am, if you wish to stay on my ship and return to Singapore.
No, thank you, Captain Norton. Your Excellency, I will go with you. I've made a bargain, and I shall live up to my part of it. But I expect a bargain to be kept on both sides. I shall go with you, Your Excellency.
To palace?
For the time being. Thank you, Captain Norton, and thank you very much for everything. Louis.
Goodbye, Captain.
Goodbye, laddie.
Well.
I have been meaning to speak to you about English school teacher. She is waiting to see you.
She's in Siam. How long?
2 weeks, 3 weeks. She has needed disciplining, Your Majesty. Objects to living in palace. Talks about palace. She say you promise her.
I do not recollect such promise. Tell her I will see her. I will see her in a moment.
Your Majesty, this is Lun Ta, emissary from Court of Burma.
You are here for copying a famous bank called I have given you permission.
He brings gift from Prince of Burma.
Am I to trust the ruler of Burma? Am I to trust the present they send me? Or is she a spy?
I am not a spy. My name is Tub Tim. You are pleased that I speak English. My name is Tub Tim.
King is pleased with you. He likes you.
The king is pleased. He is pleased with me, my lord and master. Declares he's pleased with me.
Madam Land Owens.
You are a school teacher?
Yes, Your Majesty. When may I start my work?
I will tell you when I wish to start.
There's a matter we need to settle first, Your Majesty.
You are part of general plan I have for bringing to Siam what is good in Western culture. Already I have bring printing press here. For printing.
Yes, I know, Your Majesty.
How you know?
Before I signed our agreement, I found out all I could about Your Majesty's ambitions for Siam.
This is scientific. You are pleased with your apartments in Palace.
They are quite comfortable, Your Majesty. For the time being. My young son and I found them rather confining, with guards at the door not permitting us to leave our quarters.
Strangers are not allowed to roam around Palace before presentment to king. You could look out of windows.
Yes, Your Majesty, we have done so. We have seen New Year's celebrations and royal cremation ceremonies, etc., etc., etc.
Etc. What is this? Etc.
According to the dictionary, it means and the rest. All the things you have been doing while we have been waiting. The fireworks.
Best fireworks I ever see at funeral. How do you like my acrobats?
Best acrobats I ever see at a funeral.
Have all children prepare for presentation to school teacher.
How many children have you, Your Majesty?
I have only 67. I begin very late. But you shall not teach all of them. You shall teach only children of wives who are in favor of royal keeping, which at present are very few indeed. Ah, Lady Terry. Madam Leonard, this is Lady Terry. Head wife.
There is a happy land far, far away, where saints and glory stand bright, bright as day. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Missionary.
Oh, a missionary taught you English.
Yes, sir. Missionary.
Lady Tan, you will help Madam Leonard with her school teaching, and she in return will teach you the better English. She is grateful to me for my kindness.
I see. Your Majesty, in our agreement...
You, Tip-Tip! You already speak very well the English. She arrived today. She is present to me from Burma, Prince.
She is a present.
Matthew, you have English books I can read.
Of course I have.
I wish most to read a book called The Small House of Uncle Thomas. It's by American lady Harriet Beecher Stowe.
A woman has written a book.
A very wonderful book, Your Majesty. An American book all about slavery.
Mr. Lee goes against slavery, no? Me too. Slavery, very bad thing. I think you will also teach my wives too, those who are in royal favor.
I shall be most happy to teach your wives, even though that was not part of our agreement. Speaking of our agreement reminds me that there's one little matter about my house.
Also, I will allow you to help me in my foreign correspondence.
Yes, Your Majesty. I don't think you understand. Your Majesty, I don't think you understand about my house.
House? House? What is it about house?
I want my house. The house you promised me, Your Majesty.
You shall live in Palace. You teach in Palace. You shall live in Palace. If you do not live in Palace, you do not teach. And you go wherever you live. I do not care. You understand this?
Yes, Your Majesty. But if these are the only terms in which I'm allowed to remain...
Enough! I have no more time to talk. Talk to other women, my wives.
Oh, for goodness sake! What's the matter? What are they trying to do to me?
They think you wear a big skirt like that because you is shaped like that.
Well, look, I'm not.
Woo! They wish to know, sir, if you have children.
One little boy.
I have boy too. Crown Prince Chafachula Longwood and to throne. I would be happy if you would teach children, sir.
I would like to very much. I came all the way from Singapore to do so, but really, under these conditions.
You could be great help to all here, sir.
Lady Tiang, why do you call me sir?
Because you is scientific, not lowly, like woman.
Do you all think women are more lowly than men? Well, I don't.
Oh, please, sir, do not tell King. Make King very angry.
King seems to be angry already. That lovely girl. He said she was a present.
From Prince of Burma. I think she loved another man. If so, she shall never see other man again.
Poor child.
Oh, no, sir. She is foolish child to want any other when she can have king.
But you can't help wishing for a man if he's the one you want.
It is strange for a school teacher to talk so romantic.
Romantic? I suppose I am. I was very much in love with my late husband, Tom.
Tom?
Once a woman has loved like that, she understands all other women who are in love. And she's on their side too, even if she's just a school teacher.
Tom! Tom!
Yes, Tom.
He was pretty in face.
Yes. He was very pretty in face.
When I think of Tom, I think about a night when the earth smelled of summer and the sky was streaked with light and the soft mist of England was sleeping on a hill. I remember this, and I always will. There are new lovers now on the same silent hill, looking on the same blue sea. And I know Tom and I are a part of them all, and they're all a part of Tom and me. Hello, young lovers, whoever you are, I hope your troubles are few. All my good wishes go with you tonight. I've been in love like you. Be brave, young lovers, and follow your star. Be brave and faithful and true. Cling very close to each other tonight. I've been in love like you. I know how it feels to have wings on your heels and to fly down the street in a trance. You fly down the street on the chance that you meet, and you meet not really by chance. Don't cry, young lovers, whatever you do. Don't cry because I'm alone. All of my memories are happy tonight. I've had a love of my own. I've had a love of my own like yours. I've had a love of my own.
The children come for presentment to school teacher.
This is all very interesting, Your Majesty, but it's not solved my problem.
Silence! You will stand here to meet world children.
Very well, Your Majesty.
The royal princes and princesses. write it down 12 times on your copybook.
A thought for the day. East or west, home is best.
East, west, home, best. Home means house. For many, many months, something always about house. Are my children to learn nothing more?
Yesterday we are taught that the world is a round ball which spins on a stick through the middle. Everyone knows that the world rides on the back of a great turtle which keeps it from running into the stars.
How can it be that everyone knows one thing if many people believe another thing?
Then which is true?
The world is ball with stick through it. I believe.
You believe? Does that mean that you do not know? But you must know because you are king.
Someday you too will be king, and you too will know everything.
But how do I learn? And when do I know that I know everything?
When you are king. Now leave me. When you are king. But I do not know. I am not sure. I am not sure of anything. When I was a boy, world was but a spot. What was so was so. What was not was not. Now I am a man. World has changed a lot. Some things really so. Others nearly not. There are times I almost think I am not sure of what I absolutely know. Very often find confusion in conclusion I concluded long ago. In my head are many facts that as a student I have started to procure. In my head are many facts of which I wish I was more certain. I was sure. It is a puzzlement. What to tell a growing son? What, for instance, shall I say to him, a woman? Shall I educate him on the ancient lines? Shall I tell the boy as far as he is able to respect his wives and love his concubines? Shall I tell him everyone is like the other, and the better one of two is really better? If I tell him this, I think he won't believe it, and I really think I don't believe it either. When my father was a king, he was a king who knew exactly what he knew. Oh, and his brain was not a stick forever swinging to and fro and fro and to. Shall I then be like my father and be woefully unmovable and strong? Or is better to be right, or am I right when I believe I may be wrong? Shall I join with other nations in alliance? If allies are weak, am I not best alone? If allies are strong and able to protect me, might they not protect me out of all I own? It's a danger to be trusting one another. One will seldom want to do what other wishes. But unless someday somebody trusts somebody, there'll be nothing left on earth excepting fishes. There are times I almost think nobody's sure of what they absolutely know. Everybody find confusion in conclusion he concluded long ago. And it puzzled me to know that though a man may be in doubt of what he knows, very quickly will he fight to prove that what he does not know is so. Sometimes I think that people going mad. Sometimes I think that people not so right. But no matter what I think, I must go on living life. As leader of my kingdom, I must go for it. Be father to my children, and husband to each wife, etc., etc., and so forth. Easy. Puzzlement.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Now that last line was English words are all we speak. I didn't quite understand. I want to hear the beginnings and ends of words. Now, once again, and nice big smiles. Because we love our school. 1, 2, 3. That is fine. Now take your places for class. You all know where you belong. Lady Tang, will you start? Blue is ocean. Red, Siam. Here is king of Siam. In right hand is weapon. Show how he destroyed all who fight him. Green is Burma. Here is king of Burma. No clothes show how Paul is king of Burma. Thank you, Lady Tian. The map you've been looking at is an old one, and today we have a surprise. A new map just arrived from England, and it is a present to us from your king. The Lord of Light. Yes, the Lord of Light.
The white is Siam.
Siam not so small.
Hush, your highness.
Wait, let me show you England. See, England's even smaller than Siam.
For many years before I came here, Siam to me was just that little white spot. But now I've lived here for more than a year, and I've met the people of Siam, and I'm beginning to understand them.
You like us?
I like you very much indeed. It's a very ancient saying, but a true and honest thought, that if you become a teacher, by your pupils you'll be taught. As a teacher I've been learning, you'll forgive me if I boast, but I've now become an expert on the subject I like most. Getting to know you. Getting to know you. Getting to know about you. Getting to like you. Getting to hope you like me.
any questions?
What is that green up there?
That is Norway. Norway.
Norway.
Norway is a very cold place, and it's sometimes so cold that the lakes and rivers freeze, and the water becomes so hard that you can walk on it.
Walk on water?
Yes, walk on water.
How is possible? Hard water.
It's not only hard, but very slippery too. When people walk on it, they fall down and slide. And not only do the lakes and rivers freeze, but the raindrops, as they fall, are changed into small white spots that look like lace. This is called snow.
Oh.
Spots of lace.
Yes, Your Highness, the water freezes on the way down from the sky.
And the raindrops turn into little stars.
Yes, some are shaped like stars, small and white.
There's not a word of truth in it.
I do not believe such thing as snow. And I do not believe Siam is so big. And other countries so big.
Siam, biggest country in the world!
Why is schoolroom so unscientific?
Your Majesty, we had a little misunderstanding. I was describing snow to them and they refused to believe that there was such a thing.
Snow.
Snow.
Ah, yes, from mountaintop.
From the sky.
From sky to mountaintop.
Sire, please, how does it come down from sky?
Like this.
Thank you, sire.
I've seen pictures. Switzerland, land on white and snow.
That's right, Your Majesty.
Who does not believe this?
After all, they've never seen it.
Never see. They will only know what they see. Why do we have schoolroom? Rise! Never let me hear of not believing school teacher, whom I have brought at great expense. 20 pounds each month. 20 English pounds. Astounding! Children must learn. Teachers must teach. Not waste time instructing children on silly English song, Home Sweet House. To remind me of breaking promises I never made, etc., etc., etc.
But you did promise me a house, Your Majesty. A brick residence adjoining the royal palace. Those were your words in your letter.
I don't remember such words.
I remember.
I will do remember. Who is king here? I remind you. So you remember that. I do not remember any promises. I do not remember of anything except that you are my servant.
Oh no, Your Majesty.
But I say you are my servant.
No, Your Majesty. Indeed, I am not your servant.
I would say your mother has bad manners.
Oh, you would you? Well, I'd say your father has no manners at all.
Louis. Your Majesty, if you do not give me the house you promised me, I should return to England.
No! We love, we believe school teacher. I believe in snow.
Do not let her go away.
I let her do nothing that's not my pleasure. It is my pleasure you stay here. You stay here at Palace. At Palace!
No, Your Majesty.
I give you servants. I give you bigger room.
That is not the point, Your Majesty.
Why do you wish to leave these children, all whom loving you so extraordinarily?
I do love them. Quite extraordinarily. But I cannot live in a country where a promise has no meaning.
I will hear no more about these promises.
A land where there is talk of honor, and a wish for Siam to take a place among the modern nations of the world. Where there is talk of great changes, but where everything still remains according to the wishes of the king.
You will say no more!
I will say no more, because there is no more left to say. Come, Louis.
Out! So big a world. Siam, very small. England, very small. No man big enough for to be alone. No man big enough. King, different. King need no one. Nobody at all! I think.
Where is Mrs. Anna?
She will not be with us ever again. She has quarreled with the king.
How can we be together if she is not with us? Mrs. Anna was our only friend.
You cannot be seen talking like this. Anyone can come in. Pretend you wait for her.
If only we could stop pretending.
We kiss in a shadow, we hide from the moon. Our meetings are few and over too soon. We speak in a whisper, afraid to be heard. When people are near, we speak not a word. Alone in our secret, together we sigh for one smiling day to be free, to kiss in the sunlight and say to the sky, behold and believe what you see. Behold how my lover loves me.
Talk to him. When can we meet? When?
It is not possible. We cannot meet alone. Not ever. We speak in a whisper, afraid to be heard. When people are near, we speak not a word.
Alone in our secret, together we sigh for one smiling day to be free, to kiss in the sunlight and say to the sky, behold and believe what you see. Behold how my lover loves me.
What is it?
Someone was here. I had a feeling someone was watching us. Please go. Please. Kiss in the sunlight and say to the sky, behold and believe what you see. Behold how my lover
I'm sorry we nearly fought just now.
I am too.
Are you really going away?
Mother plans to leave on the next sailing.
I am not sure if my father will allow your mother to go.
I'm not sure whether my mother will allow your father not to allow her to go.
Why does not your mother admit that she was wrong?
I don't believe my mother thinks she was wrong.
It begins to look as if people do not know when they are right or wrong, even after they have grown up.
I've noticed that too.
A puzzlement. When I left my father a little while ago, I heard him talking to himself. He seemed uncertain about many things.
I don't believe grown-ups are very certain. They only talk as if they are certain.
There are times I almost think they are not sure of what they absolutely know.
I believe they are confused about conclusions they concluded long ago.
If my father and your mother are not sure of what they absolutely know, can you tell me why they fight?
They fight to prove that what they do not know is so.
Sometimes I think that people going mad.
Sometimes I think that people not so bad.
But no matter what I think, I must go on living life. Cause someday as a leader I must go forth. Be father to my children and husband to each wife, etc., etc., and so forth. If my Lord in heaven Buddha show the way, every day I do my best for one more day. If my Lord in heaven Buddha show the way, every day I try to live another day. But
Is a puzzlement.
Your servant. Indeed, I'm not your servant, although you give me less than servant's pay. I'm a free and independent employee. Because I am a woman, you think like every woman, I have to be a slave or concubine? You conceited, self-indulgent, libertine. How I wish I'd called him that, right to his face. Liberty. And while we're on the subject, sire, there are certain goings-on around this place that I wish to tell you I do not admire. I do not like polygamy or even moderate bigamy. I realize that in your eyes that clearly makes a prig of me. But I am from a civilized land called Wales, where men like you are kept in county jails. In your pursuit of pleasure you have mistresses who treasure you. They have no kin of other men besides whom they can measure you. A flock of sheep and you're the only ram. No wonder you're the wonder of Siam. Rather glad I didn't say that. Not with the women right there. And the children. The children. I'll not forget the children. No matter where I go, I'll always see those little faces looking up at me. At first, when I started to teach, they were shy and remained out of reach. Lately, I've thought one or two have been caught by a word I have said or a sentence I've read, and I've heard an occasional question that implied at the least a suggestion that the work I was trying to do was beginning to show with a few. Prince Chulalongkorn is very like his father. He's stubborn yet inquisitive and smart. I must leave this place before they break my heart. I must leave this place before they break my heart. It's getting late. Shall I tell you what I think of you? You're spoiled. You're a conscientious worker, but you're spoiled. Giving credit where it's due, there is much I like in you, but it's also very true that you're spoiled. Everybody's always bowing to the king. Everybody has to grovel to the king. By your Buddha, you are blessed. By your ladies, you are caressed. But the one who loves you best is the king. All that bowing and kowtowing to remind you of your royalty, I find a most disgusting exhibition. I wouldn't ask a Siamese cat to demonstrate his loyalty by taking this ridiculous position. How would you like it if you were a man playing the part of a toad, crawling around on your elbows and knees, eating the dust of the road? Toads! Toads! All of your people are toads! Yes, your majesty, no, your majesty, tell us how low to go, your majesty, make some more decrees, your majesty, let us above our knees, your majesty, give us a kick if you please, your majesty, give us a kick if you want, your majesty. Oh, that was good, your majesty. Who is it?
Mrs. Anna, it is I, Lady Tian.
This hour of the night? One moment, Lady Tian.
Mrs. Anna, will you go to King?
Now? Has he sent for me?
No, but he would be glad to see you. He is deeply wounded man. No one has ever spoken to him as you did today in the schoolroom, Lady Tian.
No one has ever spoken to me as His Majesty did today in the schoolroom.
And there is a more distressing thing. Our agents in Singapore have found letters to British government from people who have the greedy eyes on Siam. They describe King as barbarian and suggest making Siam a protectorate.
That's outrageous. He's many things I do not like, but he's not a barbarian.
Then you will help him?
You mean advise him?
It must not sound like advice. King cannot take advice. And if you go to him, he will not bring up subject you must bring it.
I cannot go to him. It is against all of my principles, and certainly not without him having asked for me.
Wish to be no blood king with Western ideas. But it is hard for him, Mrs. Anna. And there is somebody else. Princess Toktim. I do not tell His Majesty this for his sake. This I will deal with in my own way. But for these other things, he needs help, Mrs. Anna. He has you. I am not equal to his special needs. He could be great, grand, but he needs special help. He needs you.
Lady Tian, please don't think I'm just being stubborn. I cannot go to him. I will not.
What more can I say to you? This is a man who thinks with his heart. His heart is not always wise. This is a man who stumbles and falls, but this is a man who tries. This is a man who'll forgive and forgive, to help and protect as long as you
Will she go to him?
She will go. She knows he needs her. Tell him.
I will tell him she is anxious to come. I will tell him it is she who needs him.
This will also be true. This woman knows many things, but this I think she does not know. She'll always go along, defend him when he's wrong, and tell him when he's wrong. He is wonderful. He'll always give her love, and so he'll get her love. A man who needs your love can be wonderful. Your Majesty. Your Majesty. Your Majesty is reading the Bible.
Mrs. Anna, I think your Moses shall have been a fool.
Moses.
Moses, Moses, Moses. It stands here written by him that the world was created in 6 days. Now, you know that there took many ages to create the world. I think he shall have been a fool to have written so. What is your opinion?
Your Majesty, the Bible was not written by men of science, but by men of faith, and it was their explanation of the miracle of creation, which is the same miracle, whether it took 6 days or many centuries.
You come to apologize.
Sorry, Your Majesty, but...
You apologize.
Your Majesty...
I accept.
Your Majesty, nothing has been said that can alter the fact that in my country, anyone who makes...
Silence! Tell me of Mr. Lincoln of America. Shall Mr. Lincoln be winning the war he is fighting at present? Does he have enough guns and elephants for transporting safe?
I don't think they have elephants in America, Your Majesty.
No elephants? Then we shall send him some. Write letter to Mr. Lincoln.
Now?
Now! When else? Now is always best time. From Maham, by the blessings of the highest super agency in the world of all the universe, the King of Siam, sovereign of all tributary countries, adjacent and around in every direction, etc., etc., etc. Do you not have any respect? Why do you stand over my head? I cannot stand all the time, and in this country no one's head shall be higher than kings. From now on, you president shall conduct yourself so like all other subjects.
Looping on the floor. I'm sorry, Your Majesty. I shall try very hard not to let my head be as high as Your Majesty's, but I simply cannot grovel on the floor. I couldn't possibly work that way or think.
You are a very difficult woman! You will observe care that head shall never be higher than mine. When I shall sit, you shall sit. When I shall kneel, you shall kneel. Etc., etc., etc.
Very well, Your Majesty.
Please, promise.
Is promised.
So as royal presidency of the United States of America, Abraham Lincoln, etc., etc. It has occurred to us that forests of America. After a while, they would increase.
Your Majesty, just male elephants.
You put in details. Tonight my mind is on other matters, very important matters.
Anything you want to discuss with me?
Why should I discuss important matters with you? Who am I?
Very well. I shall go back to my room. May I say good night?
Good night.
Your Majesty.
What's that?
I was wondering when the boat arrived from Singapore.
Singapore!
Was there any news from abroad?
News, yes, there was news. They called me barbarian.
Who?
Certain parties would wish to use this as an excuse to steal my country. Suppose you are Queen Victoria, and they tell you King Siam is barbarian. Do you believe?
Well,
You will. You will believe I'm barbarian because there's no one else to speak otherwise.
but this is a
It
lie.
is a false lie.
What have you decided to do about it?
You guess.
Well, if someone were sending a big lie about me to England, I would do my best to send the truth to England. Is that what you've decided to do, Your Majesty?
Yes. That is what I have decided to do. What's up? You guess how I shall do this?
Well, my guess is that when Sir Edward Ramsay arrives,
Ramsay.
the British diplomat,
Yes, all the way from Singapore. When he is here, I shall take the opportunity of expressing my opinion of English thieves who wish to steal Siam. I shall show him who is barbarian. What is this face you throw?
well, Your Majesty, my guess is that you will not fight with Sir Edward.
I will not.
No, you will entertain him and his party in an especially grand manner. Then they will return to England and report to the Queen that you are not a barbarian.
Naturally. Naturally! That is what I have intended to do.
This is the only way to get the better of the British. Stand up to them. Put your best foot forward. That is just an expression, Your Majesty. It means dress up in your best clothes. Show them your most intelligent men and your most beautiful women. Edward admires beautiful women.
Edward, you call it this?
We're old friends. I knew him in Bombay before I was married.
But shall it be proper for the British dignitary to see my women with no shoes on their feet? Shall it be proper for my women to put their best bare feet forward? No! So Ramsay, go back and tell Queen Victoria I'm barbarian. What do you not think of this?
We shall dress them up in European fashion.
You mean dress them in dresses?
How many women can I have sewed for me?
All the women in Kingdom. How many dresses?
That depends on how many ladies are chosen by Your Majesty.
You shall tell me which of my women look most like European for dressing, I'd say. Wake up! Wives, etc., etc., etc. I shall command Chinese artists to paint their faces very pale, and you shall educate them on European custom and manners for presentation.
I wonder how much time we shall have.
Sir Ramsay's gumbo, let's record out something. The time he takes depends on how many ports he called into. Let us say we have 6 days.
6 days. Your Majesty, 6 days.
During this time, whole world was created. Moses said. Are there any details I did not think of so far?
You must give them a fine dinner, a European dinner,
I was one.
and a ball with music.
Music. And dancing!
Yes, Your Majesty, and dancing.
What do you think of dancing?
An inspired idea, Your Majesty. We can give them a play. Tupton has written a version of Uncle Tom's Cabin.
Ha! We shall give a theatrical performance. We shall show them who is barbarian. Line up, line up! Big check. On Saturday next, at 9 o'clock post meridian, we shall give them fine dinner, European dinner. You are to instruct steward during week, he shall make eminent European dishes for tasting. I shall taste and school teacher shall taste. You say who's most like European lady for dressing like same. You are to make tablecloths of finest white silk for a very long table. Also, instruct court musicians to learn music of European dancing, etc. What? Am I to be disturbed by children at the moment? Mrs. Anna, we must be more scientific with children. For the next week, every man and woman in my kingdom will work with no sleep till all is ready. For what is not done, each man and woman will be beaten 100 strokes. Tell this to everyone, Lady Chan. Above all, I must not be worried by anything.
Your Majesty!
Fireworks! Fireworks at this hour in the morning. No one may order fireworks but me!
Majesty! The British! The gunboats!
They attack!
Look! They salute, and we answer with fireworks. It is Sir Edward Ramsay and his party.
Now?
Now! They must have come straight from Tonghua. No stops!
No stops, Your Majesty!
Tell them to go back! We are not ready!
Not ready, Your Majesty?
You do not know, you do not know. I planned best idea I ever get.
Still, we do it, Your Majesty. You can do it.
When the British arrive, we shall send them to sleep. Tomorrow morning, we shall send them on sightseeing.
Now, we've only got 18 hours, but I should just...
I shall do it! You shall help me.
Very well, Your Majesty.
No one shall sleep tonight or tomorrow. We shall work even when the sun shines in the middle of the day. Come down. First, we must ask help from Buddha. Bow to her. Bow. Bow! Oh Buddha, give us the aid of your strength and wisdom. Help us prove to the visiting English that we are extraordinary and remarkable people. Help also Mrs. Anna to keep awake for scientific sewing of dresses, even though she be only a woman and a Christian, and therefore unworthy of your interest. Promise! Your head shall never be higher than mine. A promise! Buddha, I promise you that I shall give the son or the woman a house of her own, a brick residence adjoining to royal palace, according to agreement, etc., etc.